Hello, San Diego and beyond. We're here to share all the treasures that we've got. There's a pirate in the master's chair, ready to pilot us on this magical affair. Share your story, share your word. Spread your joy, let your voice be heard. Hoist your sails and catch the wind. It's time for your show to begin. So hoist your sails and catch the wind. It's time for your show to begin.
San Diego and the world beyond. We are back. We are back with the Highwayman, and guess who's in studio, hooligan? Pan left. Leanna and the Matadors. Their triumphant return to the San Diego show. When we last saw them, they were wee high babies, and now they have officially reached. They officially reached the stars that they were shooting for, and now they're about to release their first EP, which translates into an album, be it of less songs than a normal one, whatever normal is anymore. But the music world has seen so many changes, and with everything happening online and everything just in a constant evolution, that is an achievement nonetheless. So give them a round of applause, because that drops on July 14th. Wow, I actually read my bio notes and everything. All right, sounds great. But without further ado, gosh, everybody's going to be tired of clapping so much. Give it up for the Highwaymen. 1964. You guys weren't even a twinkle in your parents' eye. Speaking to Leanna and the Matadors. 1964. The Highwayman goes off the road during a snow accident.
I got pulled out of a snowbank late at night by the only other person out and about. I was out again.
Where?
I was out in Illinois in a blizzard against my mother's wishes.
Whoa.
Catting around. Young 16-year-old kid. Immortal. Never occurred to me I could have died there that night. It didn't occur to me until 2 years after the man saved my life. And I've been, since 1966, I've been helping people beside the road.
Paying it forward.
Yep, or paying it back.
Did you ever did you ever get to know the man who did this, or did...
Never met him before, never met him since.
So that kind of left that impact on you, that there's never that sense of closure with having to actually thank the guy later. And so this is your way of doing that?
There you go.
Wow.
There's a lot of folks out there that maybe wouldn't have been if I hadn't stopped A lot of incidents I've had, I call them when seconds count, because if they were there just a short time longer, they wouldn't be here now. Some of them I can document. Some of them are on my blog. Just had one of them recently.
So, 1966, that first incident, or, you know, situation that happened where, what triggered that? Did you just ultimately just decide one day, I need to do something about this, I need to pay it forward? You know,
I grew up.
You grew up in that 2 years.
When that fellow pulled me out of the snowbank, I said thank you, and I tried to pay him. He wouldn't accept any money from me, and what he told me are the words that are on my card that I give to other folks now when I help them. One side of my card are his words to me, the other side of the card is the words of a country western song.
Now, for those of you listening, with your permission, since for right now it is radio, for now, but tomorrow YouTubers, Facebookers are going to see a video. I want to describe to folks the man I'm seeing in front of me. Picture somebody from the outback, you know, with the Aussie kind of hat that folds a bit to the side, and then picture a cowboy from there under. This man is that Lone Ranger that will come in riding in, you know, when you're on the side of the road because you don't have AAA. You can barely get by with that clunker you've got, or maybe you just have that new car that just got recalled. I'm sure you've come across every story on the highway where you're driving by because it was that time of day or that time of night for you to make your supposed rounds just to get out there. And you, I'm sure, have come across all age groups, all economic situations, fancy cars to beat up cars.
I've helped all sorts of folks, from gangbangers to well-to-do folks. It don't matter. I've had gangbangers look at me on the Coronado Bridge when I stopped to help them. They were out of gas. There was 4 of them in a little Honda or Toyota or something like that. And I walked up on them and I said, "What's the trouble, folks? You out of gas?" They looked at me and they said, "What do you care? What's it to you?" The driver did. And I said, "Well, if you're out of gas, I got some for you." And the driver looked at me, he was a gas. He said, "Really?" And I put gas in their car, and it started right up. And here were these 4 guys who were really tough looking, mean looking, and scowling when I walked up. All 4 of them were smiling and waving as they drove away. And
wow,
I think I made a difference that day for them.
That alone is just a powerful nugget, you know, in itself. You mentioned seconds counted earlier. Give me some of those examples of when seconds counted.
Well, on westbound 8, approaching the Magnolia off-ramp, and there's a little white Ford Escape on the right shoulder. And I come up on them, there was 2 women and 2 small children now. And I asked them what the trouble was, because I didn't see any problem with the vehicle. And they had a little scrape down the side. They had been hit and run. And they had stopped on the shoulder, and they called the highway patrol, and they were waiting for a unit to show up to take a report. And I strongly suggested to the driver that they leave immediately and go to the highway patrol headquarters and file what's called a counter report, rather than sitting there waiting for the officer, because there's nothing wrong with their car. And every second that you're sitting on the side of the road, you're in mortal danger.
Correct. Yeah.
Well, the driver took my advice, and she pulled out, and I pulled out behind her. And in my rearview mirror, I had seen a semi-trailer car hauler coming in the 3-lane as I looked in my rearview mirror. The little gal's pulling out, I'm pulling out behind her. The next time I look in my rearview mirror, I can't see anything because the grill of that tractor trailer is directly behind me, because the driver had drifted onto the shoulder because he was diddling around with his cell phone and a clipboard. If we had been sitting there a few seconds longer, either she or I would have been a moth on his radiator.
Wow.
That's what I call when seconds count. Well, I had to put the pedal to the metal so to
Evasive
speak,
action.
to get away from him, or he would have climbed right up
Wow.
my back end. I was angry because he almost hit me, so I dropped back. I came up on his driver's side. I got beside him. I hit my air horns, got his attention, and read him from the book on the PA about his scary driving. And the
You
last
actually
I
have a
saw,
PA
he
that-
was driving straight and narrow down the road, carefully.
So you made a difference in quite a few lives that day, including someone with a clipboard and cell phone who was multitasking and taking people's lives in his own hands. What is one more example that comes to mind that stands out?
Just a few weeks ago, I come up on the 8 freeway westbound from 2nd Street, and there's a woman with a flat tire and no spare in an SUV. And I come up on her, and luckily her tire that was flat had a puncture in it. I was able to air the tire up with my air tank so that she could drive off at Mollison, which she did. And then I went on up to Escondido. I had a multitask trip that day. I helped about 8 different people going and coming. And when I got home hours later, there was an email waiting for me on my computer from the woman's husband. It seems that she had gotten the tire fixed. She'd gone back up on the freeway all in a short period of time here. And the spot where she was sitting with the flat tire, there was a 2-car serious collision.
Oh my.
And if she had been sitting there, she'd have been involved in it. And the husband had emailed me to say thank you for saving his wife.
Wow, that deserves a round of applause. Wow. Now, Highwayman, you received that nickname, that moniker, which is now basically your title. It is that superhero name from the infamous journalist Charles Kuralt.
Yep.
During one of his episodes of American Moments, and they were doing a story about you.
Right.
So you've actually been featured nationally in the media.
A few times.
But there is a reason why Charles Kuralt referred to you as a highwayman. Can you expound
My
on
son
that?
and I were watching the television show when it came on, and Charles Kuralt, in that voice of his, you know, very recognizable voice, he started out, "Highwaymen of old were figures to fear, but here's a highwayman to admire." And my son looks at me and goes, "Dad, isn't a highwayman a bad thing?" I still remember that. And in deference to Charles Kuralt and in his memory, I decided I'm the highwayman.
Wow.
He's the first one to call me that.
So you have a saying that you go by? I was gonna read it, but you have this voice, dear God. I wish you guys had these earphones
You
on.
know,
because
don't get old, but the alternative sucks worse.
I'm telling you right now,
I gotta have
Charles
glasses.
Kuralt would be proud of your voice right now. Go ahead, read it.
Says, assisting you has been my pleasure. I ask for no payment other than for you to pass on the favor by helping someone in distress that you may encounter. And that's basically what the gentleman told me in 1964. Now, the other side of the card are the words from Chain of Love, which is a country western song. It says, "You don't owe me a thing. I've been there too. Someone once helped me out just the way I'm helping you. If you really want to pay me back, here's what you do. Don't let the chain of love end with you."
Wow. I just got chills to death. I want to do something to help you. And there's quite a few people that have chimed in already on the Facebook feed, online, when they found out that I was having you on. I know you are not here to ask for donations. You're not here to do anything. We actually reached out to you, and you're here by invitation. But if people want to send a donation, or if somehow we put together a fundraiser to help you out, would you be willing to accept that?
That'd be right nice.
Because that would allow you to continue to do, you know, the divine work that you're doing. Because some people may see this in a way like, well, you know, that's why you get AAA. But you know, there's a lot of people out there that can't afford it. you know, and you've been there for those people. Likewise, the people that can't afford AAA and make six figures can find themselves in trouble equally one night, just like they have, and I'm sure you've helped folks like that already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up a link to your website. You're somebody that helps everyone, no matter where they're from. So on behalf of everybody here on the Sam Diego Show and everybody else listening worldwide, even as far away as Australia, we salute you, my friend. So please give him a round of applause. Go to SanDiegoHighwayman.com to donate, and stay tuned for future details on when we can do a fundraiser for this amazing man. When we come back, Leanna May and the Matadors take over the worldwide webcast of the Sam Diego Show. And guess what, folks? We might just run a few minutes late today just so we can get extra song out of them. What do you say, guys? Yes? Awesome. Yeah. Stay tuned for a half hour of Leanna May and the Matadors coming up next. San Diego! Streaming worldwide on the web, and tonight we are being taken over by Leanna May and the Matadors with Blue Chips. Give them a round of applause.
1, 2. Do you realize what I see in you, my withering trees? And if water don't come, it just don't come. What's that to do with me? I will work all day long. Withering cold, heat summertime. Some of us went south, some of us went north, and some went out. Well, I know a little about love, and I know I place my bets at many a table. Some of them paid outright, most of them went south, but some of them went north, and some went out. Some of them went south, some of them went north, and some went out. Well, I miss my dear old book. It's what I'm recovering from. His daddy would sing, his mama would dance and sing. He's come undone, yeah, that worries me just a little bit. Share his name and share his heart. He said no bombs, no blue chips, and then fell apart. He said no bombs, no blue chips, just bet 'em high. So do you realize what I see in you, my withering trees? And if water don't come, it just don't come. What's that to do with me? I will work all day long in the weather and cold. Wouldn't change your mind. Some of us went south, some of us went north, some went out. Some of us went south, some of us went north, some went out.
Woo! Oh my. Don't think I didn't catch those little looks like, oh, ooh, ah, you guys are too hard on yourselves, man.
My finger was like,
That was phenomenal, and I'm pretty sure everybody on Facebook agrees. My hat is off to you. Give us the most important announcements. You've got a CD release party at the Griffin happening July 14th, the same day the EP drops.
Yes.
What time to what time? With Band of Heathens. And get your tickets now, guys, because the last time these guys were in town, Band of Heathens, the show sold out. Yeah. So we're going there to see Leanna May and the Matadors. So get your tickets now. Do you hear me? What are you waiting for? Go. All right. Facebook, Leanna May and the Matadors. If you're on this live feed right now, or if you're watching us on YouTube or Facebook via the video, get on there and add Leanna May and the Matadors to your Facebook. Also, I put up links on the Sam Diego Facebook for your SoundCloud, for your Reverb Nation, all those things that you're gonna need to follow everything they're doing. But July 14th, 9 p.m. At the Griffin. Go to sdgriffin.com, correct?
Yes.
To buy your tickets. Don't wait till the last day because you probably won't get in. This is a sure to sell out show, so get in now. And once again, I'm gonna be prophetic. All of you, you're headed straight to the top. Do not stop here. Just like the last time you guys were here, you blew me away. I got the chills. And my nose knows, and so do my ears. And my heart tells me that you guys are going straight up. So stay the course to your dreams for all of our sake who love music and are living vicariously through you. Okay, listen guys, tune in next Thursday for another exciting episode of the Sam's Diego Show. Let me just say, I love you guys. I really do. Big thanks to our sponsors, St. Madeleine Sophie Center, East County Transitional Living Center, Hacienda Casablanca, Controlled Entry Specialist, and Leanna May and the Matadors! Awesome.
Hello, San Diego and beyond.
Thank you for having
We're
us.
here to share all the treasures that we've got.
This light is.
There's a pirate
Turn the light
in
back
the
on because it has
master's chair, ready to pilot us on this magical fair.
Got it.
You get the other side now?
Share your story, share your words.
From Massimo College.
Spread your joy,
Can't wait to
let
have you
your
guys back.
voice be heard.
The first one, see that light? It was even worse.
Johnny says hello. I'm supposed to tell you that.
Hold your sails and catch the wind. It's time.
Anyway, all right, so on three, let's
So hoist your sails and catch the wind. It's time.
That's right.
For your struggle,
You're on.
Now I hear how it goes.
So, one.
The Anime and the Matador signing off. Take two. 1, 2, 3. That's a wrap. There we go. Yay.